Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm Zarathustra. Welcome to the Fifth Dimensional Academy of Higher Consciousness. I'm broadcasting live from Los Angeles. So it's nice to see you all on this beautiful, wonderful sunny day in Southern California. I was in Sedona yesterday, and I was about to leave, and this hardcore storm came, and it just washed through the desert, and it was raining. And I mean, imagine you're in the red desert. Sedona is a very, very special place. Its elevation is about 4,000 feet, 4,500 feet, and it's the red rock country. And so everything's red. All the mountains, the soil is orange reddish, and with millions of pine trees all over the landscape, small pine trees. So you got the greenery on the red land. And then what's interesting about it is its summer falls into two sections. You have the dry summer and the wet summer. And this time of the year, it rains, sometimes every day, sometimes every other day. And you get these monsoon rain. So you may get like a shower for half an hour or 1 hour, and then it passes through and the sun starts shining again. And so the desert of portion of Arizona right now, the part that these clouds travel through from the Gulf of Mexico, that the entire area is green in the middle of the summer, like lots of desert flowers all over the desert. So it's very, very interesting. So I was there yesterday, and it was raining, and it was beautiful, and thunders and all kinds of stuff. But it was my last day, and I was driving back. So, and now back in Southern California, which is hot, sunny, and I like it. So I'm broadcasting from LA again. So it's nice to see you all. We're gonna just do simple meditation today because it's just us together. We've all been together before, so you're very familiar with everything we do. And just for the reminder, I know I've spoken about this many times with some of you who've been with me at a lot of different events that I have, but let's just be reminded of this again in a very simple way, you know? So we're gonna be doing a simple meditation, but let's do this. You're sitting, you're by yourself, and we're not going to do anything. We're not going to imagine anything. We're not going to do any kind of breathing techniques. We're not going to do any sort of activation or bringing any light inside through the third eye or imagine any light in our hearts. We're not going to be doing anything. And a part of this not doing anything is also we're going to, in this moment, we're just going to leave our past. We leave it up. I want you to like imagine you took your jacket off and you're going to hang your jacket on jacket holder. And you just walked into the room and you take your jacket off, and that's your past. You're hanging your past and you put it up. And so we're going to leave our past for now. Also, for just this moment, we're not going to be projecting anything into the future. There's no future. Okay, so let's put the future away too, because nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Nobody even knows what's going to happen an hour from now. So let's just put this away too, so you don't have to to concern yourself. And whatever you have to do after the academy, I want you for this moment, just let that one go. Don't go there and figure out or think about it. What is it you need to do? So put this away as well. And we're here right now. And in here right now, we don't have an idea. We don't have any ideas of what we're doing. We're just hanging out in here together. And you're just listening to me, but just in this moment. Now, I would like you to, as well, put all your meditation techniques away. So we're sitting here together. Don't do any mantras. Don't do any kind of visualizations. Don't do any prayers. Don't bring the energy inside you for healing. Don't do anything. Okay? Don't help this. Don't try to help as far as you go into a deeper meditation. Right now, we don't need your help. All I'm asking you is you're simply here with me, whether you have your eyes open or your eyes are closed. But simply here, you don't have a past, and we're not going to entertain the future. Okay? So you're just in this moment here with me, and we're not going to be doing anything. Simply, you are here. And we're going to put away our spiritual ideas away too, all our spiritual concepts, all of our spiritual understanding. Let's say you don't know anything. I want you to be in this place that you've forgotten everything. You don't know anything. You never read any spiritual books. You haven't done any work. It doesn't matter what Yogananda said. It doesn't matter what you've read from Eckhart Tolle. Be here now. All is God. Whatever. You have a future. After you die, you're going to reincarnate, or you have past life, or your sign is you're a Scorpio, and right now, astrologically, this is happening, that is happening. I want you to put everything away. I want you to be like a child, a newborn, and you don't know anything. Nothing. You're just here. Simply here. And everything I'm telling you, it's fresh, and you're hearing it for the first time. Even when I tell you just be here. Be here now is brand new too. You're empty completely, and you're just hanging out in this moment with me. So in this moment that you're hanging out here, empty from everything you know. And you don't have a future. And you don't have a past. And you don't have a name. And you don't have a story. Shishi, stop doing that, please. So you're just here. Again, don't do any kind of visualizations. Don't do any kind of breathing technique. No mantras, prayers, anything. I want you to just simply be here without trying to do anything. Simply hang out with me in this moment, in this space. Whether you want to call it emptiness, whatever you want to call this, presence, whatever it is. Simply hang out with me in here and now, not even for any reasons. You're just hanging out here as if you're taking a vacation from everything. You don't even remember your name. You've taken a vacation from yourself. And it's kind of a big relief because there's no requirements. I'm not asking you to focus on your breath when you're breathing, you're meditating. I'm not asking you to visualize any lights, any kind of mantras. We're not processing any stories. We're not trying to get to God. We're not trying to do anything. Nothing, zero. Not even inner peace. Not even any advancements, spirituality. We're simply hanging out here together right now. And it's a great relief. Don't get engaged with the story that is being played in the mind. Just hang out here without any identities. Nobody and no one is here. Don't become somebody. Don't go pick up identities and stories. Just sit and be here. Clueless. simply being here without any agendas, being clueless, not having a single clue why you're here, where are you going, what you're doing, what is your name, what's your nationality. You don't have a nationality right now. You don't have a gender. You're not a man or a woman. You don't have kids. You don't have animals. No plans. You don't remember your past. You don't have a purpose. You don't have a need to be loved or love. You don't have a job. You have no idea. Zero. But you're here. And can you hang out in this moment in here for a few more minutes with me? And don't worry, you can pick up your ideas and your stories after. No one's telling you to give it up forever. So don't panic. You're just taking a vacation from everything. I give you permission to take a vacation from everything, including yourself. Let your story go for the moment and just simply hang out in here. And see if you discover something in here, something valuable. You're not looking for it, but let's see if anything's going to reveal itself. Something is going to expose you to it. Something's going to show itself to you. We're not expecting it, but we have no ideas. But we're just hanging out. See what comes up. Very nice. So slowly, slowly you can come back. Slowly, slowly come back. Do you see this? Do you feel the presence of this empty space, of this nothingness, without any kind of manipulation? But what we did was we just started to strip ourselves naked. I started to take the things off. You know, I took my jewelry off, I took my shirt off, I took my clothes off, my pants off, I took my shoes off, socks off, everything. I just got rid of everything. And then as I get rid of everything and I'm naked, then I realize, wow, I'm so light. Stripping myself from all ideas, whatever idea I have of I need to do a mantra to calm myself down. I need to concentrate on my breathing. So I'm doing something in order to meditate. So I got all these stories about my past. I got all these ideas of future. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Sweden to teach. I'm going to meet with this person. These are my plans. So I let go of those. All my spiritual conditioning and education that I've read, all these books, all these concepts that I have, all the stuff I've learned that about reincarnation, past life, about karma in this life, that if I do something wrong, it will come back to me and it's karma, about life after death, after I leave this body, what's going to happen. About all the other spiritual books I've read, about everything. I'm one with God, or I want to become one with God, or I want to experience oneness, or I want to reach fifth dimension. Whatever story about higher consciousness, and let everything go. My religion, religious background, I have to be a good Christian, I have to be a good Jew, I have to be a good Muslim, whatever it is. Letting everything go. I'm a mom, I'm a dad, you know, I'm a father of 3 kids and I have to take care of my children and blah, blah, blah. Letting that go. You know, I'm an American, I'm from Norway. That's my nationality, letting that one go. Well, I'm a woman, I'm a man, you know, I'm a man, I'm da 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 da. Letting that go. Oh, my name is Swami Anand Zarathustra. That's the name of the divine being, blah, 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 blah. Or my name is Sitara, or my name is Maya, whatever spiritual name, letting that one go. Just getting naked, taking things off and letting things go. Oh, I'm older, or I'm younger. Okay, I'm whatever, letting even that idea of that. I'm an older person, I'm a younger person, it's too late for me to do this, or it's too early for me to do this. Letting that one go too. Well, I want to feel the divine oneness. I want to feel the divine. Letting that idea go too. But I want to feel the divine self, the bliss, letting that idea go too. I want to do everything right. Oh, let that one go too. Because that's another idea. Because in here, right now, what is it you have to do to be here right now? What do you need to do? And most of us suffer because we have such a hard time being here, is because of all the stuff, all these stuff that we're carrying, all these ideas we have, all these identifications to false identity that we have created, all of these spiritual books and knowledge we have acquired or haven't, or knowledge about other things, planets, civilizations, all the stuff we carry, and all this stuff are obscuring our view of here and now. Just simply being here, for some people, it's a very, very difficult thing to do. Something that you don't really have to do anything for it. And in this here and now is where the juice is. But we're really looking for, the fountain of life, the fountain of youth, the fountain of aliveness of our spirituality that we're really seeking, for this freedom, for this love, for this liberation. It's really in this very simple thing. And then we're doing all these other jumping jacks to get to this thing, which all these other jumping jacks are a hindrance from letting you discover the juice. And then you have to do all these other things. But this place actually doesn't require anything. I mean, if anything you have to do is you got to let go of all these ideas and all this stuff that you have accumulated, of dropping them in an instant and just being empty. And of course, the mind may come and say, well, that's too simple. It's got to be more. But there's nothing more. It's really that simple. So you have to let even go of that idea and recognize that. And then you really hang out in here to really realize the power of here, to realize the juice, because the juice is here. It's not somewhere else. It's not in the future or alternate reality or parallel world of your life. Or you used to have it when you were a teenager, or when you were in love with your first love, or in your youth, or it's not in your future when you become wise. It's none of those things. It's not in a certain way you need to look, okay, I need to start doing yoga twice a day, and I need to become a vegetarian. Then I'm worthy to receive it. Or I need to become vegan. As soon as I become vegan, then I'm worthy. That's another idea too. Or as soon as I'm holy, or I'm not, or whatever it is. It's here. And it's always here. and it's unconditional. It doesn't require you looking certain way, doing certain thing, working on your past childhood issues. Yeah, it's nice. If you want to work on your childhood issues and sort things out, you know, your dad was an asshole, he was not available, he was shut down, he wasn't loving, he didn't acknowledge you, he always shut you down, and you don't feel like you were allowed to express yourself. So you wanted to be this Miss Goody Two Shoes, so you never expressed yourself to your dad, and they just told you to shut up. You're a kid, you're not good enough, and you feel repressed, and your mom didn't protect you because she was afraid of him. Okay, you have this issue and you want to work on it, fine. Find a therapist and do some workshops or whatever, work on this thing. And that's perfectly fine. That's like if you want to work on your biceps, or you want to work on yourself to lose a little bit weight, or fine, you work on yourself and fix something you want to fix. But that has nothing to do, zero, with what I'm teaching and what I'm sharing with you. Is that whether you work on yourself, on your past issues in your childhood, or you don't, that doesn't have anything to do, zero, with if you're simply here without any ideas, no concepts, no stories, and you're capable of simply being here right now, you're gonna experience the presence. You're gonna feel the juice. You're gonna feel the life. You're gonna experience the wisdom of right now. Whether you work on yourself or you don't work on yourself, it has nothing to do with this. Zero. It has nothing to do with whether you're vegetarian or you eat meat, whether you smoke 20 cigarettes a day or you don't, whether you like to drink a glass of wine at night or you don't. It has nothing to do with it. Zero. Here is always here. And the moment that you're capable of going beyond your mind, means concepts, stories, identification, and you're hanging out, you start to feel it. You start to experience the expansion of the divine being, of their majesty, the supreme soul, the love, the presence. But you have to drop the bullshit, all this stuff that in your head you have developed and you're carrying, and you're associating these stuff with this, that you're not worthy to experience it, you're not good enough to experience it, you're not ready, or you can't experience it, or when you experience it, it feels dull. It doesn't, emptiness, nothingness. Zarathustra, when I get to this place, well, there's nothing. Because it's even beyond that. That's also a mind. Mind gets to that point. Yes, you go deep inside and you come to the nothingness because it's silence, it's quiet, it's still. There's no activities in it. It's calm. And yes, if you're used to, you're a drama queen and you're used to dramas, this is very boring for you. Because there's nothing going on. It's pure peace. So yeah, your mind wants some drama, and then of course you're gonna go find something. You're definitely wasting your time with me. Because I have nothing to fuel your fire. I guarantee you're in the wrong place if you want that. But if you want this, you have to be honest with yourself and willing to put these things away for a moment. Again, don't worry, you can pick them up again if you like. If you really want them, you can pick them up. If you think you're going to miss them, you can pick them up again. But you can put them away for now. And then you just drop these things, your agendas, your goals, your stories, whatever, and you let go of your future, your past, and your willingness, your honesty to come here in this moment and hang out with me. Because I'm behind every word that I share with you. I'm behind it. I'm here with it. So I know what here is. And I know if you're listening and you're willing to do it, there's no way you don't touch it. There's no way you don't feel it. If you're willing and you want to come and meet me in this place, it's impossible for you not to experience it and not to discover it if you're sincere. And this is where the truth is. This is where the juice is. Because it's happening in this moment. But the moment is innocent. And the moment doesn't carry any stories. It's storyless. And the moment is not interested in anyone's story either. It's got zero interest. Here with no story. You're sitting, you're hanging out. In here, even you got your eyes open, you got your eyes closed, fine. You're sitting here and you're looking around. Looking at through the window, you're looking at objects in your room, you're just hanging out in this moment with yourself. You're not trying to heal anything. You're not trying to get healed. That's another idea, okay? Don't get distracted. Don't go into these places. This one I'm talking about is 0.0. Nothing. Nothing's going on here. We're not trying to accomplish anything. We're not trying to get to anywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you there? Okay. I'm not trying to get to anywhere because that's still effort. All I do is I put my story away. I'm not carrying my story. So I'm not adding another story to get to this place. Okay, I need to let my story go to get to this place. No, not even that. So don't get caught into that. So thinking that you have to really do something. You don't have to do anything. You're simply here. You're not entertaining your mind. You're not entertaining your story. You're not entertaining your past. You're not entertaining your future. You're not entertaining your spiritual conditioning. And you're just simply practicing your natural state of being, which is simply being here. You're just here. You're not entertaining, I'm a woman, I'm a man. You're not entertaining that I'm a mom, I'm a dad. You're not entertaining anything. Zero entertainments. So it takes a little bit time, I understand, because you've been so conditioned throughout your life to be something, to try to get to something, to create something, to visualize something, to reach a state of tranquility, to reach God's head, to become one with God, to find inner peace, to get to fifth dimension, to go to a higher consciousness. Yes, you know, all these words, but it triggers you to think you need to do something to get to it. This, I'm saying, you don't do anything. You're simply disconnect from those entertainments, those thoughts, those concepts. And the moment you do that, all of a sudden you feel something that you have, because I know you've been here with me. So certainly, I'm 100% sure that you have touched it. Maybe you don't quite 100% get it, but you have touched it. And you wouldn't be hanging out and coming back for this because you're feeling the juice. You're feeling the juice. And what is the juice? The juice is that in hanging out in this moment without your story, without your ideas, you're feeling the aliveness of this moment. You're feeling the presence. You're feeling the youth. You're feeling, it doesn't matter your body, how old is your body, you're feeling like, wow, you know, wow. You're feeling the bliss, you're feeling the joy of this moment, of this presence, of this being, of yourself, of diving into the greater part of you, diving into life. And life is full. That's why we feel so good when we simply do this. We simply dive within ourselves, dive into this place. That's why you feel so good. Because you're feeling your own aliveness. and you're feeling your connection with life, of being alive. And it's juicy. Rosalie.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to share with me what you wrote so everyone can hear it?
Yeah, when I was sitting there for meditation, I let everything go, and then I feel pressed here on the both sides, and I was pressed on my forehead, but I wasn't here. I was gone.
Okay.
So all just feel like I could relax, just be there.
Okay.
But it was weird because all I feel I had was this side of my head and my forehead. I didn't feel anything more.
Right.
That
Okay.
was how I felt it.
Right. Cool. Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Anything you want to share with me? Hi, Hilda.
Hi. You know, a friend of mine, she's a drama queen, and she is attracting a lot of drama in her life.
Okay.
And I was offering her healing earlier today, but she don't want it. So what can I do to help her?
Nothing. The best thing you can do is just hold space.
Yeah.
You know, you're available, and you have love for your friend, but that's it. The worst thing you can do is try to convince them or talk him into your way.
Yeah. I know that she has a lot of fear stored within, you know.
Yeah. So I have friends like that. I come across, or my family, relatives, and they're not interested in my expertise. They're not interested in the wisdom. They're not interested in the healing.
No.
And, you know, when I hang out with them, I see their suffering. I see their struggles. And yeah, in some ways, it's frustrating or it's painful to see somebody you love, they really suffer, when you have the know-how to help him and help him out of it, but they're not ready and they're resisting. So you hold them in your heart, you love them, and in your heart you support their journey, because their journey is that they need to go through more suffering.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, and go through what they have to go through. So
and you know, yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
And you know, the funny part of it is that she is my closest friend, you know. So she has been following me all my life and through the ventilator episode and everything. And she knows, and she realized that I have changed and everything, but although she's not ready to get energy from herself, you know.
Right. Yeah, when I come across this situation, I don't entertain their story. You know, I listen to their story very quickly, and I change the subject and I come back to here and whatever here is.
Yeah.
And then they want to go back to the story and tell the story again. And as soon as, or either I cut them off or I just let them finish up what they have to say. I don't respond. I just come back to here and whatever here is, and I talk about here for as long as I can handle it. And then if I feel like it's getting to a point that it's sucking my energy because it's a mono conversation, and actually all they want is to complain to somebody, and then, you know, I excuse myself that I need to go because I realize that this is, I don't want to be a boxing bag for someone to dump their stuff on me. So then I get exhausted. So basically it.
Yeah.
But that's a part of our path as the spiritual warriors and the ones who start becoming more awakened, and we awaken to the truth of now, to the truth of the presence of the self. And the more you come to this in your life, you will be encountering a lot of people who are suffering. So that's a part of the deal.
Yeah.
And
and you know, today I saw her old belief systems, right, that suddenly showed up in her life today, you know. Is it a good thing for me to mirroring her, to tell her that I understand how she's thinking because of her past, or should I not do anything about that, not tell her that?
okay, let me see if I understand. What was this last thing you just mentioned?
Today I understood that the reason that she is acting like she's doing today is that she have all patterns from her earlier days, you know. She's acting, she was afraid for 20 years ago, then because of that she's afraid today.
Yeah,
you know?
well, this is like, you're talking about a big chunk of population of the planet Earth who are in the same place.
Yeah, because she had experienced something, and then her son is gonna go to school, and she is afraid that something is gonna happen to him because she recognized something, right?
Yeah, the story. She's into the story. The fear, she's into the fear story. She obviously doesn't know about trust. And so she is in the story. She's in the Maya, and it's very real. And so if it's not her son, then it's going to be someone else. And if there's no someone else, then it's going to be terrorist attack. And if it's not going to be that, then it's going to be the future of the planet. There's always going to be a story for the mind to go pick it up and stay in this cycle. So there's nothing you can do about it. You just simply hold space. That's it. You know?
Yeah.
And if you want to deal with her, you just listen, and that's it. Do not get into any kind of stories with her, because it's not going to go anywhere.
No.
Okay?
And you know, then she turned angry at me sometimes because she's asking me, oh, you're not here anymore. You know?
Well, because you're not entertaining, you're not supporting her illusion.
No.
By giving it juice.
No.
You know? So that's why she may get angry. Let me see if anybody else has any questions. Okay, thanks. That was a good one. Appreciate it. Anybody else would like to share or have any questions? Right, sure. Hi, Reza.
Hi, Zarathustra. I would like to ask you a question that might be related to what we try to experience today in our meditation, getting to the state of silence or no thinking, or emptiness and nothing, as you mentioned. Recently, I started reading a book called From Science to God.
Okay.
Okay. This book.
Okay. All right, From Science to God. Okay. Who is it written by? Who wrote that book?
Peter Russell.
Okay.
He's a physicist, graduated from Cambridge. He's trying to explain the nature of consciousness from a scientific point of view.
Okay.
It's a very interesting book because it explains how the laws of physics, such as theory of Einstein, explains or describes the nature of reality
Okay.
and how the
Okay.
science and spirituality meet each other. Anyway,
Okay.
since your vision is spiritual, my question for you is how you explain the nature of consciousness from your point of view. We understand that in spirituality, consciousness is, in fact, it is the God or the I am. So I'm not asking you the question about the meaning of consciousness as an intellectual understanding, but as a direct realization that we experience. And in fact, this consciousness shines on every mind and everybody.
Right.
So from that point, can you explain the consciousness?
Well, consciousness is all there is. Consciousness is all there is. Everything is consciousness.
Okay.
There is nothing outside of consciousness.
I am.
Yeah, there's nothing outside of it. Thoughts, feelings, visualization, planets, other beings, extraterrestrial beings, life under the water, life on the planet or other planets. Everything is consciousness.
Okay.
The dark forces, dark entities, angels, the masters, everything is consciousness. It's all that. And every aspect of it is a different expression of consciousness. When you're looking at the mountains, it's consciousness expressing itself as the mountains. When looking at the forest and the bees and the bugs and the maggots and worms and bacteria, consciousness is acting as those things. There's a supernova happen 2,000 light years away from here, and it's coming towards us. Consciousness has acted as that. If there is a dark entity, there is the evil, it's dark forces. That's consciousness acting as the dark forces. The angelic beings, the presence of the masters, the healers, the fairies from the other side, the cosmic knights of the round table. Consciousness is acting as that. So in this realization, or you refer to what I see it, that's how I see it. I see it all as that. And in that realization, that understanding, you lose your fear. You lose your fear and you begin to see everything as that. So then this notion that we may lose our planet, I may lose my life, this notion that what's going to happen to us in the future as a race, all of that disappears because you realize all of it is happening within itself. So it just changes its forms and shapes and looks, you know. It comes as this, it comes in that. It comes as a tsunami or a major earthquake and destroys a portion of the earth. And then it comes and rebuilds or creates a brand new thing that didn't exist before. It's all itself. Yeah. Is that you? You have a question? Was it you, Hilda? You asked for a question?
No.
Yeah. Hold on to your horse for a second. I drank a lot of coffee. I gotta. I'll be right back. Hang in there.
Hi guys. Oh. Sorry, I couldn't talk because the feedback was really loud. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. So, Hilda, you had a question?
No. I was just scratching my head.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. So we're getting close to the end of our academy. I guess nobody has any questions. Cool. Great. Well, our next academy, Shishi, is going to be on Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we set the dates, right? That's going to be what, 28?
Right.
Okay, great.
Yeah, 28.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next academy is going to be back on Tuesday because I'm here in town. And also I'd like to say something for those of you who are on Facebook Live and you're watching this broadcast. If you want to communicate with me, you would need to come and join the academy through our website. You have no obligation. It's a free service that I provide every week. But I can't answer I appreciate you asking me questions on Facebook, but I can't answer your questions on Facebook. If you want to communicate with me, you need to come and sign up with us through the website. And we'll send you a link, and then that way we can see each other. You can ask me your questions, and I'll be able to communicate with you. For me to deal with two separate screens, it's too much. So come and join us on the academy, and then we can talk, and I'll be more than happy to help you with your questions. Okay. Hi, Annalie. Are you at the gym?
I come from there.
Oh, you come? Okay.
Yes, so I just come home now. But
Okay.
I hear you, but my battery was finished. Right now I take a little more battery.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
everything good with you?
Everything's good with me, thank God.
Yes,
So,
I hear that you come from Zarathustra and there was a long traffic there to come home again.
Yeah.
Yes, it's nice to see you.
Nice seeing you too.
And I see you have fixed order too. This was really good.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
will
know,
call you after. I will call you after the academy and chat with you.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
do that.
I will do that. So my let's see what's going on. My next big event, as most of you know, is Egypt. That some of you are coming with me. Basically, I don't have anything else going on in the US till I head to Sweden. Now, this year, I will be going to Sweden. I'm going to the Harmony Messa. For those of you who are wondering what Messa is the expo. And that's the expo I've been attending twice a year in Sweden, in Stockholm. So I will be doing the expo in Stockholm at the end of October. That's going to be October 27, 28. After that, I have a group healing event in Stockholm, and then I go to Hamar in Norway to see Miss Hilde. And I'll be there in Hamar for 1 week, and I'm offering level 1 and level 2 of 5th dimensional quantum healing and awareness. From Hamar, I go to Gothenburg for 1 week and do the same thing, offering level 1 and 2 and a group healing event. And from Gothenburg, I go back to Stockholm. Now, when I go back to Stockholm, I'll be there for 2 weeks. I'm going to be offering level 1 to 4 for those of you or any of your friends who want to do level 1 to 4. I would be offering it in Stockholm. And at the end of the level 1 and 4, which is going to be 7 days, we take a day off, and then we're going to have the reunion. The reunion is basically going to be a 2.5 day. We stay in the same hotel, and there's going to be satsang, the talks, the transmission, and a lot of dancing, and a lot of the things we did in Ore. I'm not going to be teaching the healing levels, but we will sit together during the day, and we do the meditation and the talks, and looking at things, and going to the space, going to the presence in this place that we've been pointing out to the whole time. But it's going to be a combination of that and a lot of joy and laughter and dancing and having fun. So it will give us a chance to be together for 2.5 days. So that's going to be towards the end of my journey in Stockholm. The dates, they're all on my website. I can't think of the dates right now, but that's going to be around sometimes towards the end of November, because it falls on my birthday. So that part I remember. And then after that, I go to Frankfurt for the first time. I'm going to spend a week in Germany, and then I go back to Stockholm for another 5-6 days. And then come back to the US. So this is going to be a long journey. It's almost 2 months. 1 week shy of 2 months that I will be in Europe. Just for some of you I was in Sedona. I went to Sedona, and I was looking to see if I can put something together. I like to have a retreat in Sedona, and that's most probably going to be the 2nd week of March. So we're probably going to have it between 9 to 11 days. I don't have all the details yet. I'm formulating, but what I'm thinking about doing is I changed my mind. I was thinking about doing the 4 levels of healing training program, but I feel like that's not the route to go. So what I feel like doing is creating a shamanic journey. So we're probably going to do a 2-day workshop. We'll have regular satsangs together, but the rest of the work is going to be exploration of taking you to the vortexes and sacred sites and doing rituals there, and including doing a sweat lodge, taking you to Grand Canyon, and taking you to all the power places that in Sedona that I go to and I love it. And we'll be doing things, doing the medicine wheel walk. So it's going to be a full schedule of doing a lot of work on the land rather than just being inside. So I want to get your feedback, and if you write back to me and let me know what you think about it. I'm thinking about that this retreat that we're going to be doing, it will be between 9 days and 11 days. So if you give me your feedback about it, and the dates I'm figuring out that works for me, because I would have to go back to Sweden at the end of March because of the expo. So I'm thinking about having our Sedona retreat and reunion from the 6th of March to the 15th, or 5th to 15th, or 6th to 15th. So give me some feedback. I would very much appreciate it, of what you think about it. And we go on from there. All right, my beautiful friends. Very nice seeing you all. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Sending you lots of love. Namaste.